We are live. Episode 252 of the Let's Get Stupid show. And I'm sitting here with Jacob Ross, no Tom Callis. Why? Because he's better than you.
No, we canceled him.
He got
He's off
canceled.
the show. He got canceled. He's off the show. I listened to last week's episode. Today, actually, I was mulching leaves in my yard.
Is that what they call masturbating now? Is mulching?
Yes, that's what the kids call it. Just mulching in my yard. Never mulch another man's yard.
That's very true.
But no, I was gone for basically most of that fall area right there, so my leaves never got done. So I just chopping them up, just chopping them up. And I was on the hill on my house, and my tire slipped off. The back tire slipped off the rim because it's cold.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm wearing a shirt.
There we go.
No, my tire slipped off the rim because it's colder, and so it lost air pressure. I didn't even think about it, and I was kind of sideways on the hill. So then I got to push my electric lawnmower back to my house.
Electric lawnmower. What a fucking loser.
Hey, the thing is amazing. Plugs in, goes for an hour. It's fantastic. Zero turn too. Super cool. But the point is, I was listening to last week's episode, and there was some controversial things that were said by Mr. Walker.
Oh my God.
He alluded to some stories about Tom that were not said, but I think they dug in.
Yes, I know.
And I think they exposed him. And
Tom was getting very nervous in that episode, dude.
He's been canceled now.
Yeah. Well, hey, you're Tom now, so who are we sponsored by, brother?
Pioneer_fit on Instagram. Matt Hayden, a.k.a. Matt Haddon. I've heard you guys say it both ways. Had a big Black Friday sale. I think his first one ever. Yeah. I'm sure it went well. Between now and the holidays, might be tough to get a custom belt, but he still has stock wraps, belts, knee sleeves. All that stuff is ready to go, and it is a fantastic gift for any strength training athlete in your life. We're also sponsored by Huck Finn Barbell Apparel and Let's Get Stupid Supplements. The best apparel on either side of the Mississippi. The best pre-workout in the world. It literally travels to Africa with me. I distribute it to my coaching staff, and they ask for it by name. That's how good it is.
I love that kind of talk, brother.
That's how good it is.
And then some stupid hot tub, right, that Tom said?
Yep.
Still waiting on the damn hot tub.
Just message Tim Callis. Right. He will hook you up. Or if you want to buy Tom's, he seems like he's always selling it. So
yeah, I know. I see it on the internet every day.
It's on Facebook Marketplace.
New marketing gimmick or something, I guess.
Yeah. So just message Tom Callis. He'll sort you out.
My God. So what was your favorite part of last week's episode? I mean, those brothers, they came in here and they dominated.
They did. Yeah. Cam was
you can tell he's married. Yeah, you can tell
he was
married.
As expected. Yeah,
very tight-lipped.
Didn't expect any more out of Cam. Yeah. And then the old brothers came on, and things spiced up quickly.
They were loaded, and talking about hookers and sexual weird shit and
hot wax
and big women.
Hiding in closets, dating strippers.
Yeah, hiding in closets with your cousin or something.
It was honestly hard to follow.
Oh, God. I know. I kept trying to get it straight again and go, all right, now you were dating this stripper, and now what happened? And you're still friends with her, and your wife is okay with this?
Yeah.
I know my wife would not be okay with something like that, man. Your wife is
sure.
It's definitely different then, man.
For sure. But no, I think the brothers, and then the other brothers said he seemed like he was pretty gone at that point, but he said the best blackout story, and seems like he just sat down and fell asleep, and somebody woke him up the next day.
Yeah, we were ready to go, and then he's like, "Well, I got another story." I'm like, "All right, well, tell it, man. I don't even know who this guy is. I've never met that guy before."
Was his name Jacob?
It was Jacob Ross. Yeah.
I swear Tom said, "Hey, Jacob," and I'm like listening, like,
yeah, these are Callis's buddies,
I know. Well, like I said, Tom said he might run for mayor of St. Charles, so now they're investigating him, and all this stuff's
good
coming
for
out.
Callis. I'm telling you, man, it's not good at all. Watkins
all coming out.
He's got a lot of info on Callis. He better learn to settle that Watkins down because he's got a lot of info, and he's ready to share. Like Tom was like, I mean, you could tell he's nervous in his seat when Watkins started spilling beans.
I wasn't even watching. I could feel it through my headphones how
Yeah,
nervous he was.
I thought for sure he was going to say something, and Tom's going to be like, whoa. I'm like, hey, sorry, Tom. We are live, bud. We are live on YouTube, so there's no taking it back now, brother.
Thought Nick wasn't going to tell it? Wrong again.
Yeah, wrong again. Here comes a terrible one. Yeah, you're definitely fucking canceled.
But
I think they did cancel culture, though.
Yeah, well, you can't cancel Callus. I think he'll figure it out here in a minute. He'll get on.
Actually, cancel Callus. That's a good right there.
It'd be a good T-shirt.
Cancel Callus.
If he ever runs
shirt
for mayor or something, he makes some cancel Callus.
Yeah.
Oh
Make
my
like
God.
1,000 cancel Callus shirts and put it all over St. Charles. Cancel Callus.
That'd be incredible.
He would be so mad.
Oh my
God, it'd be funnier than hell, though, man. I'm sure the fans would love it, though.
Oh yeah, for
seller.
sure.
Cancel Callus. Fuck, I could probably sell that shirt right now. People would buy it.
Yeah, and you could start a super PAC. Cancel Callus.
Oh man, I don't know where we're going here on this this podcast. I had some stuff lined up. What were we talking about before we got on the air? Working out.
We're talking about pecs, Africa,
Zimbabwe, peckers.
Wakely's bench pressing.
Wakely needs he was learning a good bench press experience here last week. He showed up with Cam. Wakely's another one of he's kind of a Callus goon, right?
Yep.
He's over there with you guys a lot, and he comes out here once in a blue moon. And I asked him, I said, well, he walked into the gym like after Cam did, a minute or two after Cam. And we're sitting out drinking a pre-workout, watching Rambo, like we always do. And I'm like, whoa. How the fuck did you find this place, man? Address is on the internet. I'm like, oh, God. So, yeah, he showed up and he was benching. We were teaching him some shit, right? He kind of looked like, well, he's doing like I said, he was doing these spirit fingers. Which I've never really seen somebody bench press with spirit fingers. He's got the bar out. We're going down 135. He's going, what the fuck are you doing, man? Don't let go of the damn bar. Jesus Christ.
Very tantalizing. Very tantalizing bench press.
So I was helping him, and then Cam started going off in his his little tangent, like, in theory, you got to hang on to the bar really tight. So anyways, he became a lot better. But overnight, he gained like 40 pounds on his bench from coming out here.
At least. Well, just anything you wouldn't taught him a thing, just being around you, his bench press is going to go up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the aura.
That was true. It is. That's what he said.
Yeah.
When I started yelling at him, he started going. He started concentrating more,
Well, and I think his chest hair grew a little bit too.
He did. He left here with a huge rug. He did.
Just a big bushel of hair.
Yeah. We already got a question for the show on here, Ross, right here. Bring it up.
Ooh, that's a great question. Coming out of Senegal, which was hot.
What is Senegal?
Senegal is, I believe, geographically the most western country in Africa. It is on the edge of the Sahara Desert.
Oh, and God, a desert?
Right on the old ocean. So it's like Miami in the summer. It's 98 degrees ish and about 90% humidity. And it does not cool off at night. So
Were you in a tent again?
No. I was in a hotel, but a lot of hotels in not just Africa, I think in Europe too, they're just like not big air conditioning people.
Yeah.
So every time they come in to clean your room, they turn it off and leave it off. So every time I come back, I crank it to like 16 degrees Celsius, like as low as it'll go.
Whatever.
And we just fight constantly. We just constantly fight back and forth about air conditioner on or off. And I can't even tell them because they speak French. They don't speak English.
Oh, so Les Capitaine.
Yes. I was using Translate on my phone quite a bit. But the point is I was drinking like 5 liters of water a day, wasn't eating as much. You better believe it. That's what I say. I could not stop sweating. And I couldn't hydrate. So I came back 270. I weighed myself at the gym today. I was 278. So we're going the right way. 8 pounds up coming out Thanksgiving into this week. So we're going the right way.
What are you eating, Ross?
Well, in theory, you like just eat meat and rice.
Yeah. That's true.
What I try to do is, honestly, I try to eat, you've talked about before, like, you just try to eat clean, but eat a lot as much as possible.
Oh, yeah.
So, like for breakfast, I'll take like half a tub of vanilla yogurt and just mix it with kashi cereal, and I'll put in some
What's
cocoa
kashi?
pebbles in there.
Japanese?
No, kashi's been around forever. It's like
had
a
cereal
protein. It's
before.
like a high protein cereal.
I've never had cereal.
Cereal's fantastic.
Yeah.
But like I'll have that, but then I'll also drink an Ensure and a ready to drink protein shake. With
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Like Costco has they have the winter mint or
Winter
peppermint
mint?
or
Ooh,
peppermint
that sounds
mint.
really good.
The premium, the premier protein.
Yeah,
like
right.
They have those right now. So Alicia bought a bunch of them for me. So I'll drink both
That's
of those
nice.
2 or 3 times a day together. So I get the carbs and the vitamins from the Ensure and then the extra protein from the ready to drink.
Man.
But then I'll do like, I buy the sticky rice. I buy everything from Costco. The sticky rice, it's in these like little cylinders, 90 seconds. And it's 240 calories.
I mean, what the hell? You can't cook your own rice?
No, the problem with rice for me is I feel like it goes bad fast.
No, jasmine rice never does, man.
Jasmine's rice is the key.
Jasmine rice stays very wet. It's not like it's a longer rice. It stays wet. It's moisture rice. I've probably at least 3 days in the fridge. It's still good. Even maybe 4. I used to make it all the time. Like when I didn't have the Icon Meal sponsorship or when Icon Meals,
Yeah.
I don't get the fucking shipment. I always revert back to the old ways, which is meat and rice. I always cook, like 90-10 meat or whatever it is. Cook like 5 pounds of that and then cook tons of rice, cups of rice. Very simple.
Yeah.
Put it in a rice cooker. I can cook it. It tastes great.
Yeah, Alicia does she does the ground turkey with the Taco Bell taco seasoning.
Oh yeah,
on
that's
it.
good too.
And like for me, she'll just do 3 pounds at once or something like that. And then I get the rotisserie chicken from Costco as well.
Well, I can't.
And so those are my 2 proteins. Why not?
A lot of Costco. Well, I get involved and I start getting the carcass and shit. I've ate like a bunch of bones before, especially.
I pick it all right away while it's hot. As soon as I get home, I pick it and put it in Tupperware so it's already ready to go.
Good thinking.
But and then I'll eat whatever Alicia cooks for dinner for everybody else, and then I'll let myself kind of eat junk like once a day. So I might eat.
Oh, you're a big chip guy. Yeah, I see you eating chips all the time.
I love chips. Oh my god!
What's your favorite chip?
Garden salsa sun chips.
Oh man, the red bag. I remember getting drunk and I would eat that with cheese dip.
It's so good.
That's a good one.
So good.
Yeah.
And then I buy the on the border tortilla chips as well. That I think on the border. It's sad that it's gone.
Oh, whoa! Hold on a second.
Restaurant.
Hold on a second. Look at this. We've got somebody live on the show. Watkin Warrior Family Farm. That's the guys from last week.
Yes.
Give me some moonshine. I'll spill the beans on Tom. I love it.
Cancel
this is
Callus,
great, man.
2025.
Cancel Callus 2025 right here, baby. I love it. He's listening.
Brought to you by the Be Bad Pack, Super Pack.
Yeah, the Be Bad Super Pack, man. My God. We got another one up here, too. You got that right.
And my brother's name is Caleb.
That's a girl's name, right?
My brother's name is Caleb.
Oh, that's your brother?
Saying.
You got a brother?
I do.
Brothers don't shake hands. Brothers got a hug.
Oh my gosh.
What the hell are we talking about now, Ross? Before I start going nuts about the Watkin Family Farm?
I don't know. We're talking about body weight in Africa and all sorts of stuff.
It is your brother.
It is my son. There he is. Hey, Caleb, what's up?
Yeah, for you guys that are listening on audio only, we are live podcast and people are commenting during it. And one guy is Jacob's brother, I guess. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, apparently he's a big listener, big fan. I didn't realize that. He lives in Austin.
Yeah, long-time listener. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
First-time caller.
Just made me another drink, Ross.
I'm drinking a Silent Third is what it's called.
The fuck is that? Is that some kind of fart?
No.
Huh?
No, it's basically like part and a half whiskey. Nice to see you.
This is your brother, dude.
Again, if you're listening, the comment that Finn just put up says from my alleged brother. It was nice to see you for the holidays. Christmas can't come soon enough.
God,
that's how I know it's not my brother, because I did not see him on Thanksgiving.
God.
I haven't seen him in a year.
Man. I'm having a great time without Callus on here, man. This is great. I'm having a ball. Cancel
2025.
Callus. That should be the name of this episode.
But no, a silent third. So it's a 1.5 whiskey, 1
What?
part Contro, and then
Contra. I used to play that. I
lime
used to play
juice.
that game in Nintendo. Contra.
Contra.
You start to get creepy now.
Oh, jeez.
Saw me in your dreams, though, Bubba.
Whoa. Jeez.
Man, we do got some really good fans, man. I'm telling you.
I don't think I've ever dreamed about my brother. I'm pretty sure I could say that.
You've never had a dream with your brother in it?
I don't think I have. I'm not kidding. I don't dream a lot, or at least I don't remember them.
You're
And
an
I don't think I have.
You are a raging alcoholic, my God.
Yeah, I filled this whole cup up with that silent third dream.
Dude,
It's
I had
pretty good though.
fucking dreams last night. I thought I was having sex with Karen. I wasn't. I woke up and I was not having sex. I thought I was.
Wrong again.
That's exactly what went through my mind. I wake up in like a cold sweat. I was like, oh, ah, fuck! I'm dreaming.
Jeez.
Yeah, very vivid dreams. I don't know why. I must have had a Jack's Pizza last night or something.
Or you have malaria pills.
Had what? Malaria. I
So-
hope I don't have that.
No. So some doctors, you
God,
know,
here
we
go,
have to ask
doctor
Thurston
talk.
about this.
Yeah.
They think you should preemptively take malaria drugs before you go to Africa.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I think that's just ridiculous. But malaria is not as serious as we think it is. But anyway, I mean, it can be serious. It kills people, but it's very, very treatable, and it's very hard to get it in kind of a quick trip. But anyway, the point is that my friend in college was going to Africa to work for a safari company over the summer because one of our friends at college, his dad owned this safari. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But part of the side effect of the pills is it says you might have very vivid dreams. And the doctor told him, like, hey, if you have like a handgun, like make sure it's not by your bed. Like there's been instances where people have like grabbed it and shot it because they thought their dreams were so real.
Yeah.
So he gave me his pistol and said, you know, while I'm on these pills before I leave, just keep the pistol. And then when I go, we'll put it in my back of my house, whatever. It's like, all right, cool. So I held his gun for him. And then one morning he calls me pretty early, like 7 a.m. I'm like, dude, like, what's going on? He's like, oh my gosh, those pills. He's like, it is real. He said, I had this dream and my girlfriend was sleeping next to me. And I had this dream that there was this really, really big girl. And
What?
she was trying to
That's
have sex with
Watkins.
me. It's
Watkins, get a
girl.
massage.
He said, she was trying to have sex with me. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. She's like, yes, you are. And he's like, no, I'm not going to
Jesus.
do it. Yes, you are. And this is all in his dream, right? So
Sounds like
eventually,
a great dream.
he gave in the dream. It's like, fine, you know. And then in real life, he came on his girlfriend who was sleeping next to him. And she
Oh
woke
my
up and was
God.
like, what is wrong with you? And he's like, no, you don't understand. I had a dream about a big girl trying to have sex with me."
Jesus. What a fucking you're like a Watkins story, man.
So I'm saying now that's a dream. I don't have those dreams.
That's crazy, man. What's this comment you got on here? Is that yours?
It's my brother. He's back. He doesn't.
So
know
what's
what
this
this is
channel
about.
about? I was scrolling through my usual turnip farming videos, and you guys popped up in my suggestions. You guys farmers?
Well, it's funny. The guy I was just talking about is a farmer, big farmer in Arizona.
Ooh.
Trevor Bales hay sales, and
You're-
used to be a farmer.
Oh God. Yeah, we got a question here, Ross. Ross, I'm curious what's your opinion on Tadalafil prior to training. What the fuck is Tadalafil?
Cialis.
Oh, geez. Good. Wait till Callis comes on here, right? Isn't that his name?
It is Cialis Callis.
Yeah.
I've
I've heard of football players using it.
Yeah, oh, for sure. I mean, it is a performance enhancing drug, technically speaking. It's something that is drug tested when they do a standard drug test panel for sports performance because it does increase blood flow. And yeah, I actually think that for most adult men, you know, if you can get a prescription for it, a low dose is probably healthy for you because not only does it, I do think it helps your blood flow tremendously during working out, but it also, I think overall can kind of help keep your blood system a little bit healthier, everything flowing better, and then it also reduces the size of your prostate. So
Jesus.
there you go.
Don't you want that bigger?
No.
Oh, you want the opposite.
Yeah, opposite. You want it smaller. Yeah,
Ah.
it can get bigger due to age or due to some other things. So either way, good idea to take it if you can.
Yeah, speaking of that, then what is your morning routine, Ross? People want to know what is a typical morning routine in Jacob Ross's life.
Jeez, goodness gracious. Alarm is 4:45 most mornings.
What is your
'Cause
alarm? What do you wake up to?
I wake up to the most. Hold on, I'll tell you what sound it is. It's pretty quiet. It's the sleep function.
You wake up to the sleep one?
Yeah, because it starts slow and then kind of builds, and there's
Yeah.
almost always some sort of kid in our bed. So if I wake up with like one of those hardcore ones,
Yeah.
everybody wakes up.
You want to hear what
If
I do?
Please.
Here's what I wake up to. Can you hear it? So I wake up every morning.
Is that Halo?
That is the Undertaker's theme.
Oh,
Right here.
Like,
Listen to this part. Here's when I shoot out of bed. Once that part hits right there, that chirr, I wake up like the Undertaker, straight out of bed and start my day.
ready to go.
Yeah. All right, go on. 4:45. You wake up to the non-Undertaker song.
Then I wake up as quickly as softly as possible, and then I go work out. I'm at the gym by 5:15.
Well, you got to wait for your boner to go down, right?
Well, imagine the whole way there. So it takes a few minutes in the parking lot. The cold air helps, though. I just open the door and slap it out there for a second.
This fucking Caleb guy's on fire tonight. I don't even know this kid. It's Farmer. He's got your boner. This guy is your brother. He knows everything about you, dude.
You know everything about me.
Yeah, right. Look,
Goodness gracious.
yeah, we'll go to the gym, get a boner, go to the gym, hop out of bed, lifting weights, and eat Fruit Loops by 6 o'clock. God bless.
God, dog, he knows
hilarious.
everything about me.
All right, so you're out the door by what'd you say? I'm confused. This guy's talking with the boner.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. Yeah. No, out the door by 5:05 or so. I lift with Wakely, Tall Paul,
Oh, God. Here we go. Name dropping. Big
Catholic,
shot.
Catholic Peter, and
Jesus,
then
Catholic
occasionally I'll see Tom Callis for about 15 minutes or so. He's usually on the way out.
Yeah.
And then I'm back home. I'm back home by 6:45, and my wife's leaving. And then I get the kids up, get them to school, make them protein shakes in the morning. My girls love my protein shakes, so I make them protein shakes, and then I start work. Pretty simple.
Yes.
Oh, I do take a scoop of Let's Get Stupid pre-workout. That's not an ad. That's a
there
fact.
we go. www.huckfinbarbell.com. I was hoping to get an email today of it being shipped out. The new shipment was supposed to be, they said, mid to the end of the week being shipped out. So we're still waiting.
Yeah, well, I'll be ordering because
Hopefully
I'm not low, but I'm getting low. And we actually keep a can of Let's Get Stupid open and available for everyone at the gym, right by the water machine.
I
So
love
if
it.
anybody wants to hit a scoop, they're more than welcome to.
Yeah. My wife gets a little mad at me. My fucking alarm is way too loud, yells at me every time. What the fuck? Especially if I'll set it like 2 minutes before her alarm goes off. What a dick. Man, I wake up, the Undertaker's blaring, and I'm stomping throughout the house like a madman.
So I'll tell you what, I'll give you a good alarm clock story. We had a guy across the hall from us freshman year of college. Guy was just a prankster.
Yeah.
And he's decided to mess with his roommate because back then, a few people had flip phones, but their iPhone didn't even exist back then.
Yeah.
And so most people still had a physical alarm clock of some sort.
Yeah. That was me when I was in college.
Yeah, well, in college, because you're in a dorm room, it's small, so you buy the battery operated one, so you don't use an outlet. So he went around to all of us and said, "Can I get?" He got 9 battery-powered alarm clocks, and he hid them throughout his room. So he put them like underneath, like he took the cereal out of the box, put it in the bottom, put it back in, close it up, put it back on. He did that 9 times throughout the room. And then that night, he told his roommate, "Oh, I'm gonna go stay at my girlfriend's. I'll be back tomorrow." And so he said to go off at random intervals all night long. And so think about how terrible this was for this guy. He woke up to a random alarm. let's say it's 1:00 in the morning, whatever. He has no clue where it is. He goes, finds it. It's hidden somewhere, turns it off. And this happens another 8 times, but he never knows when it's going to happen or how many more there are. It's such a terrible prank. Like, he was so pissed. But anyway, it's pretty funny.
I would be sure. I just blew the room up. It's over with.
Yeah, he was pissed for like a week. It's pretty funny.
Speaking of funny, here's another question we got on here. What is your favorite funny story to tell people, Jacob Ross?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I always like to talk about the swingers.
Yeah.
Because that's just when you think about the context of
Are you still in contact with them?
No.
Are they still alive?
Not. They should be. Yeah. I mean, unless they partied themselves to death, but
he didn't die. They partied to death. Yeah, short story on that. If people, like some people, it's been a long time ago when you told that story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. So when I first moved to Chicago, I was 22 or 23, and the guy who owned the gym was like, "Don't worry, I got you somewhere to stay, until we can figure this out." And I'm just like,
weird.
Yeah, and I'm just like, okay, like of course, that sounds fantastic. Yeah, right, exactly. Cam,
right? Yeah, Cam.
But no, so I go to this house and they were like, yeah, just $400 a month, no lease, no utilities. We have a couple of rooms upstairs that people rent. It's like a split level house.
Yeah.
And then come to find out they're swingers. Their Wi-Fi was called Loverland, not password protected. And they like to live in the first kind of bottom level of the house so they could have their swinger parties on the weekends. And the woman asked me once, we were playing that Settlers of Catan game, and she's like, "Hey, I'll trade you some iron for all your wood. Do you want that deal?" And I'm just like, "No, I do not want that deal. Are you kidding me?"
What?
Yes, it's wild.
Hold on, look at this. Look whose kind of story this is. The Walking Warrior. Now we're talking.
He's on it. He's on it.
So then you had sex with the swinger, right?
No.
The wife or whatever it was.
No, I never joined the downstairs area, but I know there's many a weekend I would have to be at the gym by like 5 a.m. on Saturday.
You're at least beating off upstairs listening to it, right? Or
no. I started sleeping. I started sleeping at the gym. I started sleeping at the gym on Friday nights. It was so weird. It was so weird. And you got to remember, I grew up on a farm.
Yeah,
in the middle of nowhere, Texas. Southern Baptist, like I wasn't even allowed to listen to rap music.
Yeah, let alone have swingers having sex in your basement.
I didn't even understand anything about that world, like in any way, shape, or form. And then this is the first time in Chicago, first time in like a real big city, like wide-eyed, like Anyway, it blew my mind.
I mean, this guy's, he's got a good point there, Ross.
Well, that would not help me build the longest road. Trust me. I was very well aware that deal was not good for the longest road card, which if you know that game, that you almost always win if you have that card.
Oh, your brother's logging off. He had something to say. Hey, Ross, I'm signing off for the night. Just wanted to say, that being your brother has been the joy of my life. You're the wind beneath my wings, brother. Just pop my sails, dicks up. Time to fly. Your brother's a wild man, dude. We got a hell of a bunch of people in here today. A lot of talking going on.
Yeah,
at what point in life does someone go from being grossed out by old men hanging brain in the locker rooms to becoming an old man hanging brain in the locker rooms? I mean, it has to be like 60, right?
I don't know, because
maybe more, longer. I don't know either.
I mean, it's a great question, because at some point you decide you're just out of fucks to give. Mm-hmm. You're just like, I just don't care. It's not. Think about it. You so don't care. It's not even worth the effort to wrap a towel around yourself. You're so just don't care. Like, I don't even want to take that time to put a towel around myself. I'm just gonna go strutting around. Everybody can see what they see. Yeah, it's incredible. Now, here's the question.
Go ahead.
Which one of us will be the first to do it? I think it's Dan Bell. He'll be the first to just say,
Dan's probably already doing it, dude.
Down at the YMCA.
That's what I'm saying. He's already doing
it.
Yeah, he's walking around naked in that fucking YMCA. He was joking about that other dude, right? Jerking off in the bathroom or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably because Bell was just fucking walking around nude. He probably had a t-shirt on, but his fucking dick was out.
I'm sure it was. Porky
Winnie the
Pig in
Poohing
it.
all across the place. You know he's Winnie the Poohing down there, and he's in Florida. Those kind of guys in Florida, listen, anything goes down there.
Hey, a lot of swingers in that
Tons
area
of-
that
tons
he
of
lives
swingers
in.
down there.
A lot of
Uh-huh.
swingers. Yeah.
A lot of glory holes, a lot of everything down there, man. God, it's about fucking drink just went through my nose. Holy shit, man. Oh.
This comment is cracking me up.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Hey, DM me, need some of your pee for my science class. And then he responds, back to you again. No, did I get it right? Right here? Right? Nope, wrong one right here. Hugs and kisses, brother. See you at Christmas.
Sounds great. Can't wait. I am going
Yeah.
to Texas, I think. So
Yeah. Oh, here's an answer for the question we had. Probably around the same time you start using the hairdryer on your nutsack in the locker room. That is very true.
that's
Oxmed.
true. I've seen that before. That is true.
Yeah, God, man. I know. Why do you even? I don't understand that at all. I don't think that ever happened to me.
That's a lifetime. That happens a lifetime.
Oh, God.
The
Cal
for
said he used to see it all the time in that gym he used to train at.
Yeah. No, there was a while that I was training at a lifetime, and
Happens
I
at
would see
Barbell.
that
Be Better
often.
Barbell Club.
Well, we don't have a hair dryer, and we don't have a locker room. We just
Yeah,
have
so
a
it's
single
not good. It's right in the gym.
bathroom.
Right? My God. What kind of gym you guys running over there?
You
I was
know,
just peeing. Yeah, I was too.
I like to sprinkle in some of my life experiences, a little swinger, a little
Yeah.
Florida. Just mix it all up together.
Well, speaking of that, what's the best compliment you ever received?
I tell you what, I don't know if I can remember the very best, but I can remember what it was recently, and it was yesterday.
Come
Be
on.
better.
The
It was
best compliment you've ever received happened yesterday? Did you write
yesterday.
these questions?
I did, and I texted them to you. So thanks for reading them.
Yeah, no
Makes my job a lot
wonder.
easier.
I know you've got everything lined up, man. You're way ahead of the ball. Instead
I've
of
been
Cal.
practicing all day. I've got
Yeah.
notes and everything.
Yeah.
But no, I was at Be Better Barbell Club. The gym was popping. It was early in the morning.
Be bad.
Tom and Amber were there,
Yeah.
and Amber looks at me and goes, "Jacob, you look really big." Well,
That's
thank
the
you,
best
Amber.
compliment you've ever received.
Let me
She's
tell
talking
you why.
about your penis, or
No,
'cause, I mean, she's married. I don't know what's going on in this Be Better Barbell Club, but it does not sound good.
you got to be a member to find out. But no. So let me tell you the backstory on that and why that was such a good compliment. I remember when I first started coming to Tom's house, where he lived at the other house across the river,
Yep.
and I started squatting with him. And about 5 or 6 weeks in, I think I squatted 670 in reps for the first time. I'd never done it.
Yeah.
I was so excited. So excited. I didn't know Amber at all back then. Like, you just see her kind of, the gym was in that garage, right? So you go back there and I just see her every once in a while. And I remember we finished working out, and Amber comes by the gym and she's like, "How'd it go?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh, Amber, I squatted a PR." She's like, "What'd you do?" I said 670. She goes, "Oh, that's good."
Yeah.
Because Tom squatted that when he was like 19 or
Yeah,
something like that.
670, yeah.
So she was like not impressed at all. And so for like every time I've ever had like a big lift, I've told her, she's just been like, oh, that's good.
Yeah.
It's the first time she's ever been
First
like
time you ever impressed her?
a little bit impressed, just a little bit impressed.
Oh my God. Well, here's a good follow-up question then right here. This guy's got. What is the worst insult you've ever received? Well, that was yesterday too.
Turns out, man, that's an interesting question. I mean, I don't mean this in a bragging way, but there's not a lot of people who insult me to my face, at least.
I mean, Jesus Christ, we've done it on air multiple times.
No, that's not insulting. That's just messing around.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I couldn't think of the worst insult.
I just think when you're bigger, and at least generally, I'm a nice person. Not perfectly, but generally, I just don't get in a lot of situations where somebody would say something like that.
No,
It's pretty rare.
No. I remember somebody at a party one time, like, thought she was insulting Karen, calling her muscle girl, and Karen doesn't even work out. She's like, she just called me muscle girl? She's like, yeah, the girl said something like, whatever, muscle girl, or something like that. They were drunk. This lady was drunk. Karen's like, muscle girl?
What?
Just call me Muscle Girl? It's because I hang out with you? That was probably the funniest insult I ever heard. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So if you see Mrs. Barbell again, just call her Muscle Girl.
All right, there we go.
Hey, Muscle Girl, watch it. It's kind of an inside joke now.
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't think I have a good answer for that question. I really don't. Oh.
Worst insult I ever got at the gym. This is what what's his name? Old
Ben Kenobi.
Old Ben Kenobi, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Worst insult I ever got at the gym was when someone called my lift lightweight.
Only an insult if it was actually light for them.
Yeah.
And then why are they talking about your weight though? It's whatever.
Jordan Beecher's got a question. Jacob, you ever fight anyone? You just seem so laid back. It's hard to imagine you mad. Oh man, I saw Jacob mad before. Not good.
When was I mad?
Huh? When that time we were trying to order sandwiches and they were out of like roast beef, remember? You got pissed.
I don't remember this.
I'm just kidding, dude. I don't think I've ever seen you mad at all.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to do. I mean, I for sure, like anybody, gotten mad before, but
yeah,
no. To answer your question, no, I've never had a fight. The closest time I can remember getting to a fight was actually in an intramural basketball game in college with one of my own teammates. And
sports always brings it out.
Yeah, he said something to me that I just did not like very much, and so I said something back to him. And I remember we were like nose to nose, like it's the closest I've ever been to like punching somebody.
Yeah,
and then he backed off because I was, bigger.
Jesus, Ross, my God, this guy's bragging big time on here tonight, man.
Well, sometimes you just gotta lay it out there, have the old big penis contest, and see who wins.
Speaking of that, Ross here, what did you want to be when you were a kid, and why?
I wanted to be. Hold on, I'll show you who I wanted to be.
Okay, we're waiting.
I just, by the way, I don't know if you noticed, I redid my office from the camera.
Ross angle. Is in his. Oh, hold on, I'm gonna blow this up because I'm on the smaller page right now. I'm gonna look at it.
Yeah,
so you're a DJ now that people were saying. I do see the boards next to you.
Yeah. This is a controller. Yeah,
you got a nice.
I just picked it up. I always wanted to be a DJ, but my parents would not allow me to listen to that kind of music.
You got a casting couch behind you.
You can DJ anything. Oh yeah. I'm diving into many things actually.
Oh, somebody's calling you a bully now, Ross. What a bully!
Yeah, exactly. That's that is me. 100%.
Oh, that's his nickname.
The whole Jacob Bully Ross.
Yep, Jacob
but
Bully
this
Ross.
Is who I wanted to be right here.
Troy, is that Troy Aikman?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, Troy Aikman is a gay alcoholic.
Well, that's who I wanted to be.
You wanted to be a gay alcoholic?
So good thing I'm failing.
Well, yeah, you grew up in Texas, so I'm sure. And at that time, you're a kid, right? Fucking multiple Super Bowl champ. The only thing, the biggest knock on him was leaving Lori Morgan in his hotel room after winning the Super Bowl.
Oh, geez. Goodness gracious.
That's when I gave up being a fan of his. Never a fan, actually, but.
Well, for us, we actually renamed Pittsburgh, Texas. I'm wearing a Pittsburgh Pirate hat because we had the same logo for our football team. We renamed Pittsburgh, Texas legally to Cowboys, Texas after their third Super Bowl.
What a town, man.
Legally. It's Cowboys, Texas, population 3,000, 492, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And our plan was to do it for a year until the next football season.
Yeah.
And I think we went through 15 sea limit signs in 3 days, and they changed it back because they could not keep the signs up. People would go out at night and steal them because it said Cowboys, Texas. A legitimate city limit, like an official city government sign.
Yeah, that's
great. It said Cowboys, Texas. And so, yeah, I mean, Cowboys were everything. Growing up for Sundays was church, but you were home. I remember this. They would dismiss church by 11:52. Because most people live within 8 minutes of the church. That's the whole town. So you could be home by noon to watch kickoff. Like the preacher would literally say, "Oh, Cowboys start in a few minutes. God bless America. God bless Cowboys. God bless you." We would go to watch the Cowboys.
Yeah, God bless Texas. God bless America and God bless the Cowboys.
Yeah, like it literally, everybody was home by 12 to watch the Cowboys. Or you'd drive to a different town to like go to a restaurant or something like that and watch it. But we didn't have a lot of bars because I think I said this before. We were only wet on one side of the county.
Did you ever hear that NASCAR thing where he's talking? The guys giving the, I don't know what he was doing. He must be doing he was doing a prayer or something before. Had to have been that before the start, before they did "Gentlemen, Start Your Engines" and everything. And he's like, God bless these drivers, and God bless my beautiful wife, and God bless her beautiful ass, and God bless this. And gentlemen, start your God. It was the greatest thing ever. It's hilarious.
Incredible.
If I was Cal, I'd look it up on here and play it, but I don't know how to do that. Maybe next week.
Maybe next week.
Yeah.
That's incredible, though.
Now, here's a good question. What would Jacob Ross do if he won the lottery?
Nobody would know, but there would be signs. First sign.
Probably a lot of cars, I would imagine.
Well, you'd see at least 7 excursions.
17 excursions.
I mean, at least.
Yeah, right.
I'd have him stash like Cam's money at various spots around Illinois.
Yeah, it'd be buried. He has an excursion buried in his backyard.
You're driving along, you see this random excursion out in the trees or something, and yeah, that's one of Jacob's probably. That's an interesting question. I know 2 things I would do for sure. I would make sure that my mom could fly privately back and forth between Texas and here. I'll do that for sure. Yeah. I would make sure that anybody in my immediate family had 0 debt. I'd take care of all that. And then I would definitely buy a building and make it a truck, working on a truck shop / gym / man cave. So all of us could just go hang out and do really fun stuff. And it would be like incredibly nice, like just a massive warehouse, but just incredibly nice.
I hope
for
you
sure
win
I'd
the
do
lottery,
that.
buddy.
It'd be the best gym ever.
I hope you win.
And I have a bar right next to it.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Now we're talking. Now we're cooking with gas.
Mm-hmm. It definitely would.
Oh.
Well, I got to play it first.
Are you playing? Are you playing the lottery?
Maybe I should. What is it? Wednesday? Let's see here. You can play the lottery online in Illinois. If you didn't know that, you can. There's an app. I'm gonna bet because we can find out next week if I win the lottery or not.
Oh my god, that'd be awesome! If you win the lottery, man.
Let's see here. Mega Millions. It's 569.
69. I'm in.
Sorry. 579 million. Sorry.
Oh, 79. I'm out. I'm out.
All right, here we go. Do you want to pick my numbers for me, or do you want me to quick pick?
I'd always quick pick.
All right.
Pick. Don't.
Quick pick it is.
Yeah.
1 ticket here.
Whew. Dude, we might be witnessing history live on the Let's Get Stupid podcast. Could you believe that actually happened?
It's purchased.
You know what I mean?
That'd
be fucking crazy, man.
That would be pretty cool. It says the draw ends December 6th. So by Saturday morning, we will know.
Oh God, this is awesome, dude.
I'd have a podcast studio in this facility as well.
Oh yeah, you'd have like the greatest podcast facility of all time.
It'd be incredible. I would for sure send you one of those cold plunges, Finn. I would buy it and send it to you myself.
Are you serious?
I would. And I'd work with Tim to make sure it was the nicest cold plunge. So yours is nicer than Callus's.
This is an exclusive right here.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I would definitely do it.
What gives Jacob Ross? What gives you motivation? Motivation's for pussies, by the way.
I had to say, I try not. I don't. Well, I say I try not to. I don't feel very motivated most of the time. As you get older, especially with the working out stuff, you got to have something to shoot for, in my opinion. I told you I want to try to deadlift 1,000 pounds on a trap bar.
A goal.
Yeah, I gotta have something. And then I do think it helps to have a group of friends around you, at least for 1 or 2 workouts a week.
Yes.
Like you do bench night, we do squat night.
I agree 100%.
I work out much better when I have people around me, and it doesn't matter if they're stronger than me, weaker than me. Just that environment just pushes me a lot, and it makes me excited to go, because you know how it is. You have multiple jobs, you have kids, they have sports. I mean, you probably barely have time to spend with Karen, and then on top of that, social time is just difficult. So if you can weave social time into your training, because that's a non-negotiable, then you know, that's the best way to do it. So you kind of get that social time and the training time in. And I think the other thing is just like, you know, I told our basketball team that we used to be dream chasers 4 years ago. We were trying to be a real national team. We were trying to be in the World Cup. We were trying to be in the Olympics. You know, that we were dream chasing last year. I said, but this cycle after the Olympics,
that's over.
I said, we should be dream killers. All these other teams are chasing a dream. We should be killing it. Nope, you don't belong here. Nope, you're not better than us. Mm-hmm. And I think some of that I try to put into what I try to do, in that, you know, as I get older, I don't want to be satisfied with things that I've done or the level that I've done them. I want to try to keep pushing with that mentality of I got to prove that I can do it again, and I got to prove that I can do it better. And I'm not perfect on that. There's some days.
Never be satisfied.
Always happy, never satisfied.
Yes.
I mean, one of my rich fat guys told me that a long time ago, and I think it's a great quote.
That's true. You said it on here.
Yeah. Always happy, never satisfied. Because you can be happy with what's going on in your life and the friends you have and family, but you don't have to be satisfied with where you're at as well. You can keep pushing. But like I said, I don't do it perfectly. There's days where I'm like, fuck it, and I don't care. But most of the time, just like working out, if you're consistent and you put in effort, you know, you get good things done.
Speaking of that, Ross, I got one follow-up to that. What's your top strategy for success? SUCCESS, TOPLESS. Topless.
Topless success. Well, if you're trying to be successful topless.
No, I'm not topless. I was just, I just like saying that word out loud, like spelling it. TOPLESS.
Join OnlyFans.
That's what I tell Miss Barbell. You're going to get TOPLESS when I get there. It's like, that's the only word you know how to spell.
It's like there used to. You remember when Facebook used to have groups, but they weren't like a real group. It was like whatever you named it. I'm talking like 2005, like way when it first started.
I was on. This is funny too. I was on zero social media for, I would say, maybe the first 8 years I knew my wife. I wasn't on nothing. Zero. I didn't.
There you go.
I was on MySpace when I first met her, and then that was it. Then I was gone. Everything was done. I never got on Facebook. I never got on nothing. And then I did, because I started getting that sponsor thing started happening. So they wanted me to get on there, and I didn't even know anything about it. Like I said, I thought it was an app for women, Instagram, and then I started getting on all of them.
Well, that's where you said like you had Callus like help you get out, kind of get going at first. And
with the captions, I didn't know how to write the what do they call it, the hashtags they had. Like that was a big thing when I first started.
Yeah, it used to be, right?
I didn't know any of that, so I'd have him write it out and I'd copy and paste it onto my post.
That's awesome.
You know, that's how it started. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, no, just when I was at TCU my sophomore year,
Texas Christian University.
Go
Horned Frogs.
Only mascot. Only Horned Frogs are the only mascot in the world just for TCU. No other teams have it. But no, 2000 sophomore year, 2005. We got an email that said Facebook for TCU is opening up if you'd like to join. Because if you remember, it started as a Harvard only. It was a Harvard he was at? I think Harvard only.
Right.
And then when he first expanded it, it was only within your college. So you had to have a @tcu.edu email to join, and I could only see people at TCU. That's how it was originally. It was meant to be a connector within your college. And then it went from that to opening up to talk to other colleges. It went from that to adults, and then they finally opened up, I think, 16 and older. Because I remember kids from high school who were like a grade younger than me started, following me or whatever. But way, way, way back in the day, you could create fake profiles. Like my one buddy ran a page called Carl Winslow, and he just posted as Carl Winslow all the time. It's pretty good. we used to spend some time trying to find the craziest profile we could find. And the craziest one we found was a guy whose profile was called Vagina Slayer.
Jesus.
And
I wonder what that guy's doing. I wonder what he's doing now.
You know how you have
Slaying
your
vaginas.
You know how you had your bio up top, like your description about yourself?
Yeah.
His said, I slay the JJ on the day.
Jesus. I might use that. That might be my new bio on my fucking Instagram page.
That was my favorite one we ever
slay
found.
The JJ, any day.
On the day.
I'm gonna have you send me that. I'm gonna copy and paste it onto my page.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect.
There we go.
But no, I was just saying all that to say that there was a Facebook group called Gwen Stefani taught me how to spell bananas. Because remember that song? This shit is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. And it's so true because anytime I spell bananas now as an adult, I go B-A-N-A-N-A-S. I say it like to the exact same way.
Man, I don't even know how to spell it right now.
But that was my favorite.
I should listen to that
was my
damn
favorite
song.
Facebook. It's my favorite
listening to-
Facebook group.
I think Williams Jr. all the time, and I don't fucking learn anything.
This shit is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
So we got like 10 minutes left. We got to go over we didn't even go over where you've been, what's been going on, any of that, Ross.
Well,
So you missed last week's podcast episode, which was we started out, it was a tremendous episode by the Watkins brothers on. They're crazy.
Yeah.
But you didn't show up for the episode, and then you were supposedly in Africa somewhere on the West Coast, right?
I was in Senegal.
So what'd you do?
So for South Sudan basketball, again, national team, just like USA basketball, South Sudan has one. Because I trained Lual, who's the president and head coach and assistant coach, depending on the games, brought me along to be the sports performance coach. So coming out of the Olympics, the whole cycle starts over again. Next summer it's called AfroBasket, which is just the African Cup. It's like Euro Cup in Europe. And you have to qualify for it. So this was the first qualifier tournament for it, which is a pretty easy tournament. So we brought a bunch of young guys just to kind of learn about what they have. And because, we already had, I think, 2 or 3 guys from our Olympic team retire already because they were already like 34, 35. So we got to find new guys.
What about the guys that also you got guys going to college and shit too, right?
Right. So they're not able to come during these windows because, like Kaman's at Duke. Actually,
Come on.
Come on.
Is he at Duke now?
Yeah, he's starting.
Oh,
he's playing well. He's playing really well.
Yeah, college basketball started.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an idiot. It started a month ago. He's playing good, huh?
He is. No, he's playing well. and it's why I wanted him to go to Duke because...
I should have been in Illinois, that fucking traitor.
No, because at Duke... He's really good.
Come on.
But come on. But he's always played African basketball. And African basketball is a little bit more traditional. Like you have a post, you have a 3, you have a 1. Whereas US basketball is transferred to this like positionless, right? Like anybody can shoot a 3, anybody can dribble. It's not the structure. I told Kaman, like, you're going to be a very good NBA player, but you need to learn American style basketball. So if you go to Kansas or you go to Illinois, you're going to be the guy, right? Yep. So they're going to expect you need to score 15, 18 points a night, whatever. If you go to Duke, you can just be you, learn the system, and no one's going to knock you for it because you're playing alongside Cooper Flagg, who's going to be the number 1 pick. There's another freshman who was a top 10 recruit for them. Like you're playing alongside such a good team that if you just have
Duke sucks.
14 points, 6 rebounds a game.
Shire's a fucking idiot. He don't know what he's doing. Worst coach in college. You got that job given to him. I mean, come on. The guy's done nothing.
Well, it's interesting because I never really watched Duke until because Lual went there.
Yeah, that's why
I didn't know Lual then, so I didn't pay attention. And there's been 2 games that they've lost against number 1 team and I think the number 6 team. And both of them were at the last play, and I thought they were poor coaching decisions. So maybe there's some truth to that.
I'm telling you. He guy's an idiot. He's from Illinois.
He is, yeah.
You know who his high school coach was?
No.
Pappy? No, it was what was the guy's name? Bruce
Springsteen. Jenner.
He was the coach at Illinois when they almost won the national title there back in like 2005. Anyways, the high school coach is his brother. and they couldn't get Shire to come to Illinois, and their brother was coaching them, and he chose Duke instead. Ever since then, I thought that guy was a real jerk off. So he should come on. Is definitely not getting coached very well there. He should have went to a good coach,
Well, I don't know John, never met him, but it is, like I said, it's good for Kaman to be able to play without as much pressure because he's got to learn this American style. So anyway, yeah.
So you're in Africa, and then you said you went to Minnesota?
Yeah, so I was in Zimbabwe, and then I think I made that Wednesday after I came back from Zimbabwe.
Would you go to a strip club out there when you were in Africa? Or?
No, actually, I've never seen a strip. I'm sure they're there. I've never seen one.
Yeah, that was my follow-up question. Is there strip clubs in Africa?
There's got to be. I mean, there's strip clubs everywhere. There's strip clubs in the Middle East, and it's just it's just how they hide.
How do you been to one?
No. I haven't been to one, but I've been to Dubai a couple of times.
Oh, Dubai! And they got a lot of money in Dubai. They're like country ever.
Yeah, right. And like even in Dubai, the last time I was there, I had like a 26-hour layover. So enough time, like I left
26-hour lap dance. I know what you're talking about.
Yes. Got a hotel room. We went out to eat, whatever. And even at the restaurant we were at, which is right by the ocean, all open air, whatever. Even at the restaurant we're at, there was working girls walking around.
Oh, working girls, huh?
Oh yeah, just like, oh hey, do you need company? Because it was like it was just guys from the team, right? So it was like 4 dudes. Oh hey, would you guys like some company? Like, in America, you would never go to like Outback Steakhouse and some girl walks up and is like, hey, would you like company? Like, it just doesn't happen. But like in Dubai, it's just super normal. Just working girls walking around, like, anyway, so all that stuff exists. It's just how blatant is it? Yeah, and in Africa, they hide it pretty well. It's got to be there. I've never seen it, but I'm sure it is.
Man, yeah. One time when I was like 21, I was like in Vegas or something, hanging out with a couple of my buddies, and I was walking back, and this good-looking girl stops me and says, "Hey, you want a party?" It's like, "Yeah, come on back. We're drinking beer or whatever, And then I didn't know. Like, we started walking, and then she turned out to be a hooker.
Oh, geez.
It's the first time I ever met a hooker in my life. I just thought she was like wanting to hang out.
Yeah, right.
I was like, "Oh, you're one of those types of girls." That no. Sorry, ma'am. I have zero money. I'm out of here. But I've never seen one. I didn't know that's like anything about them.
Sure. Yeah. I mean,
I'm sure they got those in Pittsburgh, Texas all the time.
Well, yeah, for sure. We had the red light district. We had one red light, but that was the district right there. The one red light that we had. So, like I said, half the county was dry. You had to be on the north side of the highway to even buy liquor, and you still had to get it in a package. It had to be in a brown bag. You couldn't be seen carrying out of the store. It's called a package store, and it had to be in a package.
Yeah, I remember my dad would get so mad because they wouldn't have alcohol sales before noon on Sundays.
We didn't have it at all.
Yeah. So, and they always say, if you do travel south, son, you always bring your booze with you. You never 100%. Know what you're going to run into.
Yeah, no, we didn't have it at all. And it actually wasn't even in grocery stores until maybe 6 years ago. Because I remember when I first came to Chicago, I went to like Jewel Osco or something.
And Jewel's full of booze.
Well, I was like, there's alcohol. I'm like, you can buy alcohol and groceries at the same time? That blew my mind. Because in Texas, it was a package store or it was a grocery store called Brookshire's. One of the two. That's all you had. You didn't have this kind of hybrid thing. And like it just blew my mind that was available. And so I'll never, ever forget that. And I went to a Jewel, I think like Sunday at like 10 a.m. or something. And I was like, I had something going on later that day. I needed to buy something. I was like, hey, can I get like, alcohol? And they're like,
2 cases of beer and a box of rubbers.
They're like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's crazy. Last question. Jacob Ross, what's one piece of advice you can share with the listeners that listen to the Let's Get Stupid podcast show? Episode 252 minus Callus.
Will this be the first episode Callus has never been on?
This is the first out of 252 episodes that he never showed up to.
Yeah, because I think we did 1 or 2 where you weren't able to make it because you were at your in-laws.
Oh yeah, when you have service. That's
But I don't know if he's
they're
ever
moving to a
missed one.
different part of Tennessee, but it's like even higher up on a mountain, and they're building a house. So I have no idea what kind of service is going to be out there. I remember I went and watched. There was like that meet. Remember, I went up to a mountaintop to watch the meet. I remember. That was crazy. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, on top of that, when I first went down there, they had no hard liquor at all for sale within like 50 miles of where her mom lived. We'd have to bring her hard liquor.
Sure.
You know?
No.
Similar to Pittsburgh, Texas.
No,
And then the
exactly
beer was like fucking. Back then, it was like $40 for a case of beer. I couldn't believe it. I'm getting it for $12 here, and it's $40 there. I remember taking a picture and sending it to Pappy.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, I believe it for sure.
What's the question I asked you? One piece of advice you can share with the listeners of the Let's Get Stupid show.
Oh.
Be aggressive, be more aggressive, never be satisfied.
Well, which host do you want me to represent? So if I'm talking about you, my advice would be alpha, be bad,
right?
Build the chest, fuck the rest.
That's very good advice, sir. I've given that multiple times on occasions.
Never mow another man's lawn.
Yep, that's another good one.
And let's get stupid.
That's really good. And then
if you're doing those things,
then you can end it up with okay, bye, and the show's over.
And then wrong again because we're on next week.
Wrong again, pal.
If you're talking about callous, it'd probably be something about.
No, we're talking about you.
No, I'm saying we're still talking about callous. Probably something about therapy or I don't know.
God.
Like yeah.
No, what is that therapy thing anyway? I never. Then he graduated. To me, Callus got worse and he didn't get better. And then he's like, "Yep, I'm done."
He got worse. Well, he's canceled now.
Yeah, now he's canceled for Christ's sakes. I mean, come on. He's telling everybody how much therapy is great for him. Then he's done after a year.
Now he's canceled. Yeah, it's crazy.
To me, it seems like he needs a lot more therapy, but that's just me and
or
most of the audience,
or at least a different therapist. Yeah. What is Callus Pro Therapy polling at these days? What 95%? People say he should be in more therapy.
Oh yeah. Right now, I mean, I've got a
live poll up.
A live poll going right now. We're at 98%. Callus needs to be in more therapy.
All right. Well, Callus, even though you're canceled, buddy, when you listen to this,
maybe
now you
he
know.
goes to therapy or something. He might
you know what you need
cancels.
to do. Yeah. For myself, I tell you what. Here's what I would say. I would say that nobody has to wake up and be you every day but you. So if you don't like that, you're the one who has to deal with it. You're the one who's responsible for it, and figure it out. And that doesn't mean you should be selfish. It doesn't mean you should be an asshole. But I'm just saying, like, if you don't, you're the only person who has to wake up be you every day. So if there's aspects about it that you don't like or aren't great, then change them because you're the only person who has to deal with it. Man,
I feel like I should be smoking a fucking doobie listening to this.
Joe Rogan style.
Yeah, all right. Well, that's probably one of the best episodes we've ever had. I would say out of the 252, this has got to be top 5.
At least,
I mean, I don't know what the fans think. They can answer later. But yeah, that's definitely
polling at 98% at least.
I would say definitely, yeah, maybe even more than that. Might be 99 at this point, dude. We've had great questions all night. Ross, you did great on the show. It's your first time going live on the Let's Get Stupid show with just Huck Finn.
That's true. Well, I gotta say, you did great too. You really interviewed me well.
Yeah, it was just right off the top of the head.
I think Callus is going to be surprised.
He will be very surprised. He's going to be very jealous.
Because I spoke most of the time, and he would say that he thought you would have spoken most of the time. So I think he's going to be surprised.
Yeah, it's listen, we're doing an interview show here. Like when we have people here, we got an interview. That's how we got to do it. I don't know if Callus understands that, but when we're together, I got to carry the load a lot. Dude, Callus just sits there like a lump. You've seen it. Somebody's got to talk. And the show's about ourselves, so we got to talk about ourselves. That's another thing. People are like, he talks about himself too much. Well, that's what the goddamn show is if we don't have a fucking guest.
Yeah, right. What else are we going to talk about? What's going on with us?
I am drinking. Actually, I've just finished. Right here we got the old Diet Mountain Dew mixed with the Tito's. Right? I always keep Tito's out here in the barn in a cup. My fire is just about out. If you can see, wrong angle. Can you see the far corner still or no? It's on the other side of that. You can barely see that fucking.
gonna say I don't see a fire, which means it's probably almost going out.
It's very out right now. I've had it going quite a bit. Oh yeah, I'll paint you a picture of this place as well. I'm about 100, 125 yards away from my house. And when I came out here, dude, it is like, I think the wind chill right now is like 1.
Yeah, it's cold.
It's like 20 degrees. It's a little warmer than yesterday, but it's literally like 1 degree. The wind is like 50 miles an hour.
It's insane.
Fucking ridiculous. And then I could not find the computer, obviously, because I'm Huck Finn. And I had to find it in the house. I had to go back to the house 4 times to find it. To the shop, to the house, to here, to the shop, to the house, and I finally got it. We brought you a beautiful show.
Yeah,
so,
for sure. No, the wind is crazy.
The wind beneath your wings, like your brother said that was on here earlier, brother.
I was actually looking forward to starting this because I could put on my noise canceling headphones because the wind is so loud.
I know, and I'm in the barn and it's fucking rocking back and forth. So
Twister.
Yeah, Chicago sucks. I'm moving in with Dan Bell down to Florida soon.
Well, you gotta become a swinger then.
Listen,
or find a glory hole. That's what you do in Florida.
Well, that's what Dan said. He's in a lot of glory holes down there, so you better watch it if you're in the Daytona Beach area. You never know who's going to be on the other side. Oh, God.
Oh, my gosh.
Bell, you're the best.
Oh, man.
Hope you're not in the YMCA doing that, though. I'll tell you that.
Oh, man. Yeah. Not good. Not good.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that to happen, you know. Goob comes up with something and we recognize somebody, you know.
we see Dan Bell on the side.
Dan Bell. Like, no, Dan would never do. He's from Illinois, for Christ's sakes. You're not a Florida guy.
That's true.
But yeah, I'm always waiting like that Goob to come out with somebody I would know. He comes out with everybody.
Yeah,
I still have not recognized anybody yet, which would be bad if I did, especially some of the stuff that's going on.
Except for Steffi.
Oh yeah, the Steffi stuff, I guess. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but
she's looking strong again. She's back in Chicago, I guess.
Yeah, I mean that's what I heard. I don't follow her. I never have. It wasn't anything about what happened. I've never met her. I'm not like you guys. I've never met her. She was never in my circle.
Right.
And I kind of had this rule about I didn't want to follow people that I didn't know.
Right.
Because just being around so many pro athletes, a lot of the guys around were really, really good guys, but some were just And it's like, you know what? I don't want to follow somebody just because they're famous or whatever. I want to follow them because I've actually met them and I believe in who they are or whatever. And so, like, even you guys, like, I didn't follow you guys until I met you, even though I knew who you were. Because if I'm going to follow you, I'm saying this just.
How can you not follow me, man? I'm taking that. That's hurting right now, man.
And I took that personally.
Yeah, exactly. Just like that. I took that personally.
No, I'm just like, even
this might be the last time you're on the show, brother.
Yeah, because I mean, how many people have you met that you kind of get to know them a little bit, and you're like, yeah. So I just save myself the follow unfollow. I just wait till I know them a little bit, and then I follow.
Yeah. Well, I get it. No, yeah. There's a lot of people in this fitness industry, so-called industry, right? That some people are not who they kind of say they are. When you meet them in person, they're totally different. And some are great. Some are great people. You know, there's kind of a little bit of both that I've met throughout the fucking decade I've been in it.
Well, and you find out that, you know, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And like at my old gym, we had a really good group of pro athletes for the most part because the guys that were referring them were really good guys because they worked out. And so they would bring really good guys. So it worked out well. And I think it's the same thing in this. Like, you know, you and Callis became friends. And you worked out with a lot of people, a lot of really strong people, but you guys became friends because you have similar values and just kind of, you know, how you treat and approach life. Yeah. And, you know, same thing, like the first time I met you, you know, would be through Callis, and he's like, hey, like Jacob's, you know, whatever. You trust him because you know who Callis is. And exactly. So anyway, you kind of end up in this good group of people. But like you said, on the other side, I mean, I know for a fact some stories about when Alicia was competing about how things judges would say and do to other competitors and stuff. And it's just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah, for real.
Not good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the biggest thing is, to me, is be yourself. Don't be somebody you're not, because obviously people are going to find out. Like, that's the dumbest thing ever. These people pretend to be something they're not.
Yeah, like your buddy Liver King.
Yes, that guy is 100% pretending to be something he is not, right? But yeah, that's how people, will succeed for a while and then just fucking burn out, right? Because everybody's like, man, this guy's fucking fake as fuck,
Right.
right?
And that's the one thing that America's is consistent about is they like authenticity. They don't like fake. They
Well,
like
you can tell that
authentic
by
people.
fucking Trump's. You know what I mean? That guy's about
100%.
he is who he is, like him
Yeah.
or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very authentic.
100%.
Yeah.
And he comes across as, and here's the thing, whether it is kind of a persona or not, I've never met the guy, so I don't know how he is in like day-to-day life, but at least he understands that people do like honesty and straightforward and authenticity as much as possible. So
Yes. Right.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he obviously worked out well for him.
That's if you see me at the fucking bar, if you see me down the street, or if you see me at the fucking Arnold, I'm the same motherfucker,
100% true. And you know what's funny? I've met a lot of people who don't know you, but they see you because they follow me or something like that.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, is that really who he is? And I said, well, yes and no, in that, yes, that's your personality. I said, but no, in the sense that you're actually a very responsible guy. You're a really good dad. You really take care of your kids well. You play with them like you're a good husband.
Like Jacob Ross, what a very beautiful thing to say.
I was just saying, like all of these things about you are true. That if you just kind of picked apart, the beer and the fireworks, that you would assume that maybe those things were good.
Yeah.
But that's not the truth. I said, it is a little bit of a persona, but it is authentic to who he is. He is like that as a person. He's just not an asshole. And you could assume that maybe you were from seeing the crazy videos and all.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, that's the one thing Pappy, my dad, always told me, not to be an asshole. He's like,
Right.
you be nice to everybody, and unless they're not nice to you. And I've always been nice to people and always have a smile on my face every day when I wake up. So,
well, my high school coach used to always say, "Don't be an asshole because everyone already has one. They don't need another one."
That's very true as well. Don't be an asshole, Ross.
But no, so for sure. So yeah, I would say that, and Callis is the same way. I'd say he's incredibly authentic.
Callis is probably the biggest asshole I met, but
he's authentic.
But he's very authentic. He's always been that way. I mean, there's been no change. You know what you're getting with that sumbitch.
Same guy here, same guy there.
He is. He's not a different person. He is who he is on here. He is who he is when you meet him on the streets or you meet him in the gym.
Which basically translates to, he's an asshole when he's on here.
Yes.
He's an asshole at the gym.
Yes.
He's an asshole at Schmitz.
Oh, yeah. He's big time at Schmitz, man. You should see him with these waiters. My God. Giving them books, telling them what to do. I'm like, what's going on here, man?
Mr.
I got to do a whole fucking YouTube series on Schmitz now.
He's making them follow the Dewey Decimal System over there.
I'll tell you right now what's going on. I bet he was that guy, your brother. I bet that was him. That was Callis under a fake name.
It's his burner
watching
account.
it the whole time. That was Callis. Yeah, that was definitely your brother. That was Callis.
It was his burner account.
Yeah, that was definitely his burner.
Flaming us on Twitter.
Yeah, that son of a bitch. All right. Well, until next week, we're sponsored by who are we sponsored by? Forgot about that.
Pioneer_fit on Instagram. Matt Hadden/Hayden. And wait a second, is it still JiggermanLeathercraft.com or did they change the name?
I think they changed because they got a new website. Let me look it up. It is now www.pioneerfit.com.
That's way better because it matches Instagram.
It was generalleathercraft.com. It is now changed to pioneerfit.com.
So go there to get all your belts, straps, knee wraps, knee sleeves, anything you need to be a better lifter. Custom stuff might not make it. I'm sure you can email them and they'll try hard. Maybe mention Huck Finn or Tom Callis and they'll do you a solid.
That probably could get you through.
It would not hurt for sure.
And if you're in West Texas, just go to 900 Airport Road, Coleman, Texas.
There you go. Just swing on by. But at a minimum, they have incredible stock stuff, belts and stuff ready to go. We actually keep some at our gym for people to use and people love them. So go check it out. And then we're also brought to you by HuckFinnBarbell.com. Some of the best apparel you're going to see either side of the Mississippi. Some of the best supplements you're going to see either side of the Mississippi. And I'm not just saying that. I am wearing a Huck Finn shirt. I took Huck Finn pre-workout 2 times today.
Yeah, that a
and
boy.
I'm feeling great. and looking great.
So I just looked up the what do you call it? Pioneer Fit on Instagram. Fucking Kels is on here fucking around on Instagram. I see him on there. He's on Instagram
Right now?
Yeah,
Oh my
he's
gosh.
on there. He's fucking his lights on the green light, man. The guy's on Instagram, not even on the damn show.
God bless America. Goodness gracious. Just commenting back and forth.
Yep. All right. Well, I guess you'll see the Let's Get Stupid show, episode 253, next week with me and Jacob Ross. Until next
Tom
time,
Callis is canceled.
Callis is canceled. Okay, bye. Oh, boy. I just hit the wrong button. What are you doing, man? How do you end this thing? It won't end, dude. It keeps looking up a dictionary. Stream. End. This is bullshit. What?